everybody, it's Charmel. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm here with a hair video and I'm going to show you guys how I transform my old box braids into faux locks. So if you'd like to see more, definitely stay tuned. So I've had these braids installed for about exactly 3 weeks today. I did do a full video and a full tutorial going through how I installed these braids, the different colors I used, and all of that. And I also mentioned in this video, well, I asked you guys if you guys think that I should turn these into faux locks once they get old. So a lot of people said definitely turn them into faux locks, and I wanted to turn them into faux locks, so that's what I'm here doing today. Now I know you guys are probably like, your braids aren't even that old, like you can still wear the braids. This is true. My braids aren't terrible. I can definitely go in a few more weeks. However, me personally, once I start to see like any fuzz around my hairline, or if I feel like I'm adding too much edge control to my head, then I'm kind of in that area where it's like they either need to be touched up or I need to take them out. Also, I've been in the gym a lot lately, so my roots have completely, like, it may not look as bad on camera, but they definitely kind of sweated out and reverted and all that other kind of good stuff. And like, here's a good example. You can kind of see like my natural hair starting to fuzz and peek through the braids and stuff. So we're going to start with the hair that I'm going to be using. Simplicity reasons, if you are turning your box braids into faux locks, I would just go ahead and stick with Marley hair. Marley hair will always give you that textured look for wrapping. Again, we're talking about hair for wrapping. And it's always going to give you that dreadlock appearance. However, I have so much hair at my house, and I'm actually in the process of trying to clean out like my hair stash, and I didn't want to spend any money, so I'm killing two birds with one stone today. I did not purchase any hair, so if you're just starting fresh, purchase the Marley hair. However, for my purposes in saving money and not adding more hair to my collection, I'm just going to use whatever hair I have around the house. So far I've been using this Kima braiding hair. Well, it's not braiding hair. Technically, it is crochet hair. And it looks like this. So I've been using that. I've also been using the Collection Mamba hair. And I've also used hair left over from the Curl Refinery from the last time I did Goddess Locks. So like I said, I have so much hair that it literally makes no sense for me to go out and purchase anything. So I am using a mixture of hair. And you're also going to need a lighter. This is a candle lighter. You can use like a regular lighter. Something to burn the ends like so. And yeah, we're going to get started. So overall, this isn't much different from any of your typical faux lock hairstyles. So the first thing you want to do is start unraveling the braids. Now my braids are super long, and I don't want my Goddess locks, I don't want my faux locks to be as long, but I do want to keep some of the length. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to start by just picking or unraveling this braid from the bottom. So I think this is enough. You may have to unravel it a little more as you start to twist, and you can do that later. But to start off, I'm going to unravel it about this much. So next we're going to take our hair. I'm going to use a piece of the Kima hair. And you can always, since we have like space at the root, if you want this to be, if you don't like a lot of tension on your head, I would definitely recommend using a crochet needle and crocheting this through the base of the braid. I have a video which I'll link down below where I use that method. However, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, like, I'm over twisting this hair, so I'm just going to do it the traditional way without crocheting the hair at the base. So I'm gonna start by just kind of picking the hair apart a little bit just to make it a little more textured, and I'm going to loop it a little bit, so similar to this. And then the short piece I'm going to attach to the braid, and then I'm going to start wrapping. So yeah, like I said, this is not much different than your regular faux lock, goddess lock tutorials. I'm just going to continue to wrap, and then I'll show you guys how I close the end and what I do with that hair that I leave at the bottom. Alright, so as you can see, I'm starting to run out of this hair. And since I'm running out of this hair, I'm just going to unravel this braid even more and basically unravel it until I meet up with that hair there. Alright, so it's pretty much met up, unraveled to the ending point. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to borrow from this loose hair. So I'm going to take a piece of this hair. I'm going to fold it and line it up with the little bit of hair that's left over. And I'm just going to continue the wrapping motion. And because I do have color on my hair, and well, because my braids are colored, and the hair that I'm using to wrap, it's mainly in like 1B and 2. This also kind of allows me to keep the ombre appearance. So as you can see, like as I get to end, I take some of that colored hair and mix it in. And so my braids are still ombre, which I really like because I did like the color on me. So yeah, just going to continue wrapping. And if this starts to get short again and you still want to keep going and make it longer, just borrow from that hair again. So you can keep borrowing from the loose hair until you get all the way to the bottom, or I'll show you guys how to end it. So I think I'm done borrowing, and whatever I have left of this to wrap, I'm just going to wrap that basically to the end and let that be the end of the braid, and well, let that be the final length of the hair. As you can see, we're getting shorter, and let's see. So as it becomes shorter, basically going to take it and start wrapping it back up. So instead of going down, just going to start bringing it back up to kind of close off that bottom portion. And I'm going to wrap up until I run out of hair. So then we have something like this. You want to make sure you hold it from unraveling. Then I'm going to take my lighter and just lightly run it over the end of the hair to seal it. Now, so then it looks like this. And then all you have to do is take some scissors and cut that extra hair that you don't want. And then you can take your lighter again just to kind of seal that bottom even more. And that is it. Focus. So yeah, that is it. And that's how it starts to look. So yeah, I'm going to show you guys another one, and then I'm just gonna power through and try to get the rest of my head done. So I just wanted to hop back on camera to show you guys the finished results So here we have it. So first off, I'm hoping there's no glare. It doesn't look like it, but I don't have on any makeup right now, so I just threw on my glasses to kind of zhuzh me up a little bit. So if there's a glare, I apologize in advance, but it's really late and I just wanted to get this filmed so I can get this video edited and out. So yeah, with that being said, here is the final look. I think they came out really nice. They look super duper natural. And they're not as long as before. They hit me like right under my boob area. So I'm just gonna do a quick recap of everything that I did, just because I don't know how good my footage is. So first of all, this took a long time. When I decided to do this, I'm thinking that it wasn't going to take as long because technically half the work was already done. My head was fully braided, so all I had to do was wrap my braids. Now, I will say that my braids were small, so you know, I anticipated it taking a little bit of time, but it really took me forever. I started on a Friday night. I worked for about 2 hours on a Friday night, got up Saturday, pretty much worked the whole day. I did have little breaks and periods where I was not working. I still didn't finish. I worked on it some more, a couple of hours on Sunday, and then today is Monday, and I literally just finished the last patch in my head. Now, the reason I think that these take longer is because, well, these are like the traditional faux locks. So, you know, you guys know I normally do goddess locks. When you do goddess locks, really you only have to wrap past the length of your natural hair. When I do these, I literally had to wrap all the way to the end, and I didn't realize how much time that would eat up. But yeah, even if you're starting with a head full of braids, these still take just as much time. My recommendation would be, if you don't have a lot of time on your hands, to start early. Well, start like take a week out of your schedule, and then just start like every day, do a few in the middle, until you have a chance to knock the rest of it out and just get it done. So as far as the hair that I use, like I said, if you're starting fresh, I recommend just using regular old Marley hair to wrap your braids. Because I have so much hair at home, I didn't want to purchase any more hair, so I basically used the crochet hair that I have. So I used the Kimmy hair that I showed you, and then I also used just some crochet locks, and all I did was basically separate it, and I used it to wrap. And this is basically just like Marley hair. So like I said, you can just use regular old Marley hair. I do like that I was still able to keep some of the ombre effect by using the ends of my braids and adding it to the locks. But yeah, that is pretty much it. A lot of you guys said that you wanted to see me turn my braids into faux locks, and I did it. I really love the way they came out, but I'm not gonna lie, like I'm in my feelings a little bit just because it took me so long. Like I'm just over this hairstyle already. I did not touch up any of my braids before I did this. My braids were pretty messy as far as my roots go, and I think that new growth look kind of adds to the faux locks. And it also, once I started wrapping, it did kind of clean up some of the parting a little bit too. They're not heavy, but you know, it's definitely quite a bit of hair. But yeah, thank you all for watching this video. If this is your first time coming across a video and you want a more in-depth tutorial on faux locks and goddess locks, I have several videos on them, so I'll link them down below if you guys want a more in-depth tutorial. But that's it for this. I hope you all enjoyed. Like I said, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and make sure you hit that bell so that you're up to date whenever I drop a new video. And I'll see you guys next time.